Page 39, Rockin Song. Treble and bass clef, no sharps or flats, 4/4 time. We're in the key of C. We're using the white keys, but we got some accidentals in places wherever, at least one somewhere. And you'll notice they got the chord names again. You see the chord names only appear the first time the chord. If you have measure after measure with the same chord name, they don't give you a chord name on each one. You just stick with the chord they give you until you get a different name. It's like dynamics. You stick with the dynamic they give you until they give you another dynamic. That's all. So it starts out, second measure, it's C, right? Well, actually it's the first measure because the very beginning there only has 3 counts in it. That's a pickup measure. There has to be a measure somewhere else with 1 count in it. If you look at the bottom, there is. The very last measure is 1 count. That's beat 1. We come in at the top on beat 2. 2, 3, 4. So the first measure technically is that first full measure. It has a C above it. You're going to stick with C until you get to the second line, second measure. Now that's an F. Then you change to the F. We're back on this C, F, and G chords thing, the primary chords for the key of C. Let's go over it, make sure we got the notes and the rhythms just one hand at a time here. So at the beginning you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Not too bad, it's just quarter notes. During the rest and the first measure, second line, during the rest you move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same we did before. And then third line, during the rest you move up. 1. It's the same pattern, isn't it? Now move down. And then move back down. Okay. Left hand has the chord, the block chord or solid chord as they call it. It's a C, an E, and a G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Isn't this fun? Second line, the first measure is here, and during the rest you come up. 1, 2, 3. Last line, you're back. You're here. 1, 2, and during the second measure, during the rest, sometime you move down. Instead of an E, it's an E flat. I'm using third finger again. And that C is tied. You're going to hold it down for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Because that's the right hand. Oh, well, put the hands together. You're here. 2. So as I play, I moved up here. And as I play this, I'm moving the left hand up. Play this, I move the right hand up. And as I play these, I move the left hand up. Now here you gotta watch out. The last measure is the third line going into the last line. We're here. The last line, that C is played by the left hand, it's part of the chord, but the right hand needs that note. So you gotta get off it. Way. Gotta come back down here anyway. So you're holding that down for 2 counts. This is at the end. Then on beat 1 of the next measure, you're holding that down and you add the chord to it. So the last measure there or so is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And you're up on 2 or off. I say off. 2 is actually at the beginning. Then once you can do that and get rid of the hesitations, then we can add in the slurs and staccatos. Well, the slurs you're going to lift up between the slurs because there's a rest and you have to move sometimes anyway, so that's okay. The staccatos here are short staccatos. Just keep them all real short. And then at the end, the last few measures, like so. You can, if you want, lift both hands at the same time there at the end. Here, that's not the way it's written. There's no staccato on that. If they really wanted you to lift both hands at the same time, they would put a staccato on that last note in the left hand. That quarter note, it would have a staccato also. That tells you to lift them at the same time. But as part of interpreting the music, once you've learned it, if you want to feel it that way and lift them at the same time, that's interpretation. Technically, you hold that note down until the next beat, a full beat. Well, this is just short and you're done. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Technically, that's the way it is. And that's the way you should play it when you're learning it. But as I said, after you get to know the piece and you get into it, then you can change little things like that. It's interpreting. Dynamic-wise, well, they start out loud. That's the melody. Whatever you think loud is. And basically, you're staying loud through the whole piece. I would not suggest you stay exactly loud. Get to know it, and you get a little louder, softer. So. Something like that. You take it at your speed. It's got to be accurate. Don't copy me or take it. Oh, is that how fast it goes? No, that's just how fast I happen to play it then. I could go slower. I'm not going to sing it that fast. If I sing it, I'm not singing it at all. But that's probably a little better on speed-wise. Try it a different experiment. Have fun with it. Get into the music. Get past the mechanics of note, 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 and start feeling this music. I'd like to play it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Now we come in on beat 2, so I'm going to give us 5 counts. That's a full 4 plus 1 because we come in on beat 2. So let's try it together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 1, 2, 3. 2